Hello and welcome to Spoonful of Simplicity English. The cake that we have in line for today is a vanilla and pineapple cake. It is as delicious and as elegant as it sounds, and I am sure every one of you is going to love this recipe. So let's begin. In a bowl, we need to start with some curd or yogurt, and I have taken half a cup of this. In goes some sugar. I've taken caster sugar, that is 3/4 cups, and then we are going to mix these together well. Friends, this total recipe will yield somewhere around 2.5 kgs of cake. So you may adjust the ingredients to suit the weight that you want. Next, I've added 1/4 cup of odorless oil. You can use any odorless oil for this recipe. And then I'm adding a total of half a cup of milk to this recipe at the end. If we think that the consistency needs some adjustment, that's when we can add little by little some milk to adjust the consistency. Alright, once we've mixed all of these liquid ingredients together, we need to move over to the dry ingredients. For that, I have taken plain all-purpose flour 1.5 cups. And then I'm going to add some baking powder. So I have taken 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and around 1/8 teaspoon of salt. The salt in this recipe, as we know, enhances the sweetness, and I always recommend that you use it. We need to sift all of these using a sieve, and then we are going to mix them together in the liquid ingredients using a whisk. We need to keep mixing it till we see no large flour pockets, and at this stage, if you think that the consistency, like in my case, needs some adjustments, that's when you can add a tablespoon by tablespoon or teaspoon by teaspoon some milk. Even before that, I added some vanilla extract to this. I've taken around 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can also substitute it with vanilla essence. The difference between extract and essence here, friends, is that essence is more an artificially produced flavoring, and extract is a pure extract of the original vanilla. So with that, my consistency is correct. I'm just going to do a little cut and fold so that my cake doesn't fluff up too much from the top. And then we are going to transfer all of these ingredients to an 8-inch lined cake tin. So because this was a bigger cake, so I have taken around 8 inches of the cake tin. But please suit your adjustments and use the cake tin that is best for you to bake the amount of cake that you intend to bake. After tapping it a little, we are going to put this in a preheated oven at 160 or 170 degrees centigrade, and this should take somewhere around 35 to 40 minutes to bake. With a skewer test, please test and then bring out your cake and let it cool on a rack for maybe an hour or so till it is completely cooled down, and we are ready to move over to the frosting. While it cools, let's prepare some of the pineapples. So I have taken tinned or canned pineapples for this recipe, and I'm going to chop it small. This is for decoration and for the filling, but if you wish to use fresh pineapples, you can do so. The next ingredient that we want for this is the frosting, and I'm using a non-dairy whipping cream, and I've taken around 1 cup of that. I'm going to make it a vanilla frosting, so I've added 1 teaspoon of frosting in this, and then we are going to whip it till we get stiff peaks. Friends, if you want to learn how to whip a cream, you can watch my vanilla cake, and I have elaborated the whipping process in detail in that video. I'll leave the link to that video in the description box. Now, my cake is completely cooled, and I wanted to make it a 3-layer cake, so I have cut it in 3 layers, and now we shall start the assembly of the cake. To start with, I'm placing the first layer, and I've added some sugar syrup to this, and then I'm putting a good generous amount of frosting to the first layer. And once I have leveled it well, I'm going to add some of the filling, which is pineapple pieces here. In addition to pineapple, or except the pineapple, if you wish to add any pineapple cake, that is also a good idea to do in this cake. But my recipe, and this is a very very interesting recipe and a very tasty recipe, uh, if you want to follow it the way it is, this is going to be a very different vanilla and pineapple flavor that you'll get. So I have added pieces of pineapple where I needed this crunch and the taste of pineapple everywhere. After repeating the same steps for the other layer, I have placed the topmost layer to this, and now I'm frosting the cake from all the sides. And then, you can decorate it however you wish, but the idea for this cake is actually to have pineapples in pieces, or you could have put the entire ring of the pineapple, which is equally fine. And the way that I've brought out the pineapple flavor in this is in the way of crunchy pieces. So if you follow this is quite a tasty recipe. But if you want to substitute it with compote or want to do it any different, you're welcome to do that. No problems in this. I made it specifically like this for somebody very close to me, and then I also decorated it with some pinks so that there's a beautiful contrast to the cake, and that prepares the cake finally and is ready to devour. If you like my recipe, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing and hit the bell icon so that you're always kept aware of my recipes that I post. Should you have any doubts, queries, or if you'd like to share any thought, please use the comments section to interact with us, and we'll be very happy to respond to you and know your thoughts. Till I see you with a new recipe, please do take good care of yourselves, and bye bye.